What happens when the quest for perfection turns a global icon into someone fans barely recognize? From red carpets to regret, stars like Joan Rivers, Mickey Rourke, and Donatella Versace shocked the world with transformations that sparked endless debate. In a culture obsessed with youth, the pressure to stay flawless can lead to irreversible choices. So what really went wrong, and could it have been avoided? Today, we break down the most dramatic surgery disasters, the warning signs they ignored, and one chilling lesson every celebrity learned too late. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson remains one of the most discussed figures in modern pop culture, not only for his musical genius, but also for the dramatic changes in his appearance over the years. When comparing photos of the young prodigy from Motown Records to his final public appearances before his passing in 2009, the contrast is striking. His once round, youthful features gradually evolved into sharper, more sculpted lines after years of cosmetic procedures. According to public statements, the transformation began with a rhinoplasty, following an injury sustained during a performance. However, this was not his only procedure. Over time, Jackson acknowledged undergoing multiple nose surgeries. Reports have also suggested that he may have influenced his sister, La Toya Jackson, to consider cosmetic surgery in the late 1970s. Some medical experts speculated that the number of procedures exceeded what Jackson publicly confirmed, including additional rhinoplasties, cheek implants, eyelid surgery, and chin contouring. The often-cited claim that he underwent up to 100 surgeries, however, has never been officially verified and remains controversial. It is also important to note that Jackson openly discussed living with vitiligo, a skin condition that causes loss of pigmentation, during his 1993 interview with Oprah Winfrey. The condition significantly affected his skin tone and contributed to public misunderstanding about his appearance. Despite the dramatic physical changes, Michael Jackson's artistic legacy remains undeniable. His influence on music, dance, and global pop culture continues to endure, even as his physical transformation remains one of the most talked about aspects of his life story. Jessica Alvis. Rodrigo Alvis, now known as Jessica Alvis, has reportedly spent more than $800,000 on cosmetic procedures in pursuit of a highly stylized, doll-like appearance. Her journey began at a young age, shaped in part by childhood bullying and a deep desire to change how she was perceived by others. At 17, Rodrigo underwent a surgical procedure to treat gynecomastia, a hormone-related condition that causes the development of breast tissue in males. That operation marked the beginning of a long and highly publicized transformation. Over the years, she became widely known for attempting to resemble a real-life Ken doll, undergoing numerous facial surgeries, jaw contouring, multiple rhinoplasties, liposuction, fillers, and skin-tightening treatments. However, the pursuit of perfection came with serious risks. One rhinoplasty reportedly led to a severe infection and tissue damage, with doctors warning of potentially life-threatening complications. The procedure left lasting effects on her nose and breathing. Despite these dangers, the surgeries continued for years. Eventually, after being diagnosed with body dysmorphic disorder, BDD, Rodrigo made a profound personal decision. In 2020, she publicly came out as transgender and embraced her identity as Jessica Alvis. The focus of her surgeries shifted from recreating the image of Ken to aligning her body with her gender identity. Since then, Jessica has undergone procedures such as breast augmentation and facial feminization surgery to achieve a more traditionally feminine appearance. Today, Jessica speaks openly about both the physical consequences and the emotional toll of her transformation. Her story goes beyond cosmetic change. It reflects a complex journey of identity, vulnerability, and the universal human need to feel authentic and at peace in one's own skin. Sahar Tabar. Sahar Tabar, whose real name is Fatemeh Kishvand, became an international internet sensation after posting striking images that blurred the boundary between fantasy and reality. She drew global attention for a dramatically altered, zombie-like appearance that many viewers found shocking. Early reports claimed she had undergone around 50 cosmetic procedures, though the exact number has never been officially confirmed. In later interviews, she suggested that much of her extreme look was achieved through heavy makeup and digital editing rather than surgery alone. In 2017, her photos went viral across social media platforms, prompting comparisons to a distorted version of Angelina Jolie. The images sparked heated debate about the influence of social media on self-image, especially among young people. Critics questioned whether her transformation reflected the growing pressure to stand out online at any cost, while others viewed her posts as performance art designed to generate attention and followers. Her story took a serious turn in 2019 when she was arrested in Iran. Authorities charged her with offenses including blasphemy and corrupting youth through social media activity. She was initially sentenced to a lengthy prison term, reportedly 10 years. However, following international media coverage and public pressure, she was released in 2020. Sahar Tabar's case highlights the complex intersection of identity, online fame, and legal boundaries. Her journey, part spectacle, part cautionary tale, raises important questions about freedom of expression, mental health, and the powerful role social media plays in shaping how individuals present themselves to the world. Dennis Avner, Stalking Cat. Dennis Avner, widely known as Catman and later as Stalking Cat, was a U.S. Navy veteran and former computer technician from Michigan whose quest for self-expression led him down one of the most unusual paths of body modification in modern history. Inspired in his early 20s by spiritual beliefs he associated with Native American traditions, Avner felt a deep connection to the tiger and set out to physically embody that identity. His transformation began with extensive tattoo work designed to replicate tiger stripes across much of his body. Over time, the changes became increasingly dramatic. Working with professional body modification artists, he underwent numerous procedures, including subdermal implants to create whisker-like features, reshaped ears, dental work to sharpen his teeth, alterations to his upper lip and nose, and other surgical modifications intended to enhance his feline resemblance. Contrary to some sensational reports, there is no verified evidence that he had a permanently attached mechanical tail. Many stories about certain procedures were exaggerated in the media. Avner's striking appearance brought him widespread public attention. He appeared on several television programs, including Larry King Live, and received recognition from Guinness World Records for having the most permanent transformations to resemble an animal at the time. While his appearance often sparked curiosity and controversy, Avner consistently described his transformation as an expression of his inner identity rather than a pursuit of fame. His story remains a powerful example of radical individuality, demonstrating how personal identity and self-expression can take forms that challenge social norms and conventional ideas of the human body. Justin Jedlicka. Justin Jedlicka, widely known as the human Ken doll, has pushed the boundaries of cosmetic enhancement further than most public figures. He has stated in interviews that he has undergone hundreds of procedures, often citing numbers approaching or exceeding 1,000 treatments if non-surgical enhancements such as fillers are included, and has reportedly spent over $1 million refining his appearance. Over the years, he has modified numerous areas of his body, including his nose, chest, shoulders, arms, and buttocks. Justin's fascination with plastic surgery began in adolescence. He has explained that watching programs like Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous shaped his perception of glamour and success. To him, cosmetic surgery became associated with luxury, aspiration, and personal control over one's image. As a young adult, he began pursuing procedures that aligned with his highly stylized aesthetic vision. Among the many enhancements he has discussed publicly are multiple rhinoplasties, custom-designed silicone implants to sculpt his upper body, a costly hair transplant, and even minor adjustments to facial details he felt disrupted his desired symmetry. Unlike some who seek subtlety, Justin embraces an intentionally artificial, sculpted look that he considers a form of living art. He has also appeared on reality television, including Men of West Hollywood, where he has spoken openly about beauty standards and self-determination. For Justin, body modification is not simply about appearance. It is about autonomy and creative expression. Whether admired for his confidence or criticized for his extremes, his journey reflects the powerful influence of modern media and celebrity culture on self-image, and it underscores how far some individuals are willing to go in pursuit of personal reinvention. Pixie Fox. Pixie Fox, a Swedish model known internationally for her extreme body modifications, pushed the concept of reshaping the human figure to rare limits. In 2015, she drew worldwide media attention after claiming she had reduced her waist to approximately 18 inches through intensive daily corset training. While that alone generated headlines, she went further by undergoing surgery to remove 6 ribs in pursuit of a dramatically exaggerated hourglass silhouette. Rib removal procedures are rare and controversial, and her decision sparked intense public debate. Long before that operation, Pixie had already undergone numerous cosmetic enhancements. These reportedly included breast augmentation, rhinoplasty, liposuction, a buttock enhancement, cheek fillers, and a brow lift. Altogether, she has stated that she spent well over $200,000. Some estimates place the total even higher, carefully selecting each procedure to sculpt a look inspired by animated heroines and stylized fantasy proportions. Her transformation was not accidental or impulsive. It was deliberate and aesthetic in nature. Pixie has described her body as a form of creative expression, aiming to resemble a living cartoon. Critics question the medical risks and psychological implications of such drastic changes, while supporters defended her right to bodily autonomy. Regardless of perspective, her story contributes to a broader conversation about beauty standards, self-image, and the power of personal choice. In an era shaped by social media and globalized ideals of attractiveness, Pixie Fox's journey illustrates how individual definitions of beauty can diverge sharply from convention. Whether viewed as extreme or empowering, her path underscores the deeply personal nature of self-expression and identity. Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton, the beloved queen of country music, is celebrated not only for her unmistakable voice and songwriting talent, but also for her instantly recognizable style. With towering platinum blonde hair, glittering stage outfits, and unmistakable Southern warmth, she has carefully crafted an image that has remained iconic for decades. Her look is as much a part of her brand as her music. Like many public figures, Dolly's appearance has evolved over time. What sets her apart, however, is her remarkable honesty about it. She has openly acknowledged undergoing cosmetic procedures, including breast augmentation, rhinoplasty, facelifts, eyelid surgery, and other enhancements. Rather than denying speculation, she has consistently said she chooses such procedures to feel confident and comfortable in her own skin. Parton has often joked that she may look completely fake, but insists she is completely real, where it truly counts: her heart, her values, and her authenticity. This candid approach has endeared her even more to fans, particularly older audiences who have watched her career span generations. By speaking openly about aging and beauty, she challenges the stigma often placed on women, especially those in the public eye, who choose to maintain or enhance their appearance. Beyond image, Dolly's legacy includes philanthropy, songwriting excellence, and cultural impact. Her transparency about cosmetic surgery reflects her broader philosophy. Self-presentation is a personal choice, not a moral failing. In a world that often pressures women to either deny aging or apologize for resisting it, Dolly Parton remains unapologetically herself, graceful, humorous, self-aware, and confident. Her story is a reminder that authenticity is not about perfection, but about owning your choices with pride. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos. See you in the next one.